We'll go and reprint.
The reprint was actually the determining factor. So he found the Journal of Conservation Planning. We actually went back and forth, but basically it was the Journal of Conservation Planning. And we were finishing, or we're about to finish, the Bodie Hill's main body of work. So my student and I sat down, and we agreed that the work should be about the Bodie Hill's report, summarizing it. Basically, you can only summarize things in scientific papers anyway. So he embarked on writing the paper, just copy paste out of the report and blah blah, make it short and all that. But he went beyond the call of duty, and he really wrote it well. So this paper was actually published, officially came out like a month ago or something like that in the Journal of Conservation Planning, and I don't remember. I know it has Enhanced Conservation Action Plan, which I regret as a title, but anyway, there was a political reason. But here we are.
But I digress.
Greg having met his requirement. Susan this morning reminded me that there is, before awarding the diploma, there is one requirement that's usually included with degrees that has not been met. I didn't care about it, but Susan thought it was very important, and so Greg has not done an oral exam. So anyone in this room will have a few minutes. You can ask him questions. Usually on orals you can ask any question on the universe, but let's restrict it to the field of conservation ecology, the degrees in conservation ecology.
And while you're thinking questions, can I insert something here?
Yes.
I just want to say many people were skeptical that Greg could do this. In fact, I actually handed out copies to some of his longtime colleagues. This will come as a shock to you. Longtime colleagues at the Nature Conservancy. And one very close and dear colleague to him actually speculated to me that perhaps this thing was ghost written by somebody. And then sort of added, well, he does have an MBA, possibly he could write something. But I want to recall a moment that was transformative for me in this journey. And that was actually almost 2 years ago to the day. It was April 17th, 2008. I got my hands on this fugitive email. And I was shocked to read. Actually, the first email was April 16th, and it said, Louis, here's my try at a unified field theory departure index. It's based on a simple measure of actual departure from ARV by class with a 2x factor applied to class departure. I ran 4 different scenarios. You can like the unified scores better than the FRC scores. We'll be happy to explain tomorrow. Thank you, Greg. Now, get this. I totally made up the min and max ARV by class for this example. The actual ARVs could either be expert-based or via some algorithm as you were noodling. And then he assigned this drlow wannabe honorary PhD.
I didn't write
the second one, Louis responds, and the second one was, I'll look forward to your explanation of the mechanics, but the outcome is intriguing. Of the 84.9% weighted AV, NRV-ARV departure, 48% was attributable to the U classes and 37% to the A through B classes. This captures the embedded killer threat much better.
We get paid.
PhD!
I said to myself, totally unintelligible.
Right.
He is
I'm on the way.
So here we are, 2 years later, and there's a little oral exam here, so you can ask a question. And Greg, don't go away with it. Greg has to answer with a straight face, hopefully. So.
I think I need to see that email from you.
You're welcome to ask questions based on that or anything else. So how did you feel about Duke?
Woo! Butler!
Tough question, not a softball.
Go Butler. Butler.
I'm speechless.
Butler. Thank you.
Okay, not doing well on the first question.
Not doing well the first question. I'm speechless.
I have one.
No, I could go on too long about how I feel about it.
Butler.
Butler is the correct answer.
Is there another question?
I have a question.
Yes.
So what do you think the altitude limit should be for bird's eye view and defining portfolio sites?
30,000 feet.
Because?
Because that's how high Southwest flies. They go a lot higher than 10,000, as Lily said.
I got a question.
Yes.
What was what's the questions they came back from the paper to grill him on that he had to pass before they publish it?
Well,
What do you
asked
call
him.
that? No, what do you call that though?
The revision?
Yeah.
The peer review.
What were those questions that you got?
Challenging.
Yes, what were they?
I don't remember. How am I doing on the oil?
What kind of hair is that on your hat?
That is horsehair. I can't wait to toss it over to the other side.
Any other pertinent questions?
Is it wild Mustang hair or?
We don't even think it's U.S. hair, actually.
Okay, well, it's time to award the please stand. It is my great honor, and this is not,
Uh-oh.
don't replace the spring, by the way. This is
Okay.
not. It is my great honor to award to Gregory L. Low the honorary degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Conservation Ecology. A little anecdote, he wanted to apply conservation, no such thing as conservation ecology.
Applied, home.
And signed, dated, and all that. So you met your requirement, and you earned your PhD on February 12th, 2010. And here you
Wow.
go.
Awesome. What a great major professor he's been.
So you'll recognize
Two
the species.
Louis.
So Bragg, what species of trees? The last oral. What species of trees is on there?
That's either a juniper or a bristlecone pine.
It's that's actually photos of 4,000-year-old bristlecone pine.
Very
On the white